Today we're back at the Pacific Aquaculture and Coastal Resources Center to take a look at the new coral nursery tank managed by the Marine Option Program at Hilo. This tank is larger at around 160 gallons compared to the old 125-gallon tank. This means it has the capacity to hold more invertebrates, as you will see later in this video. With a team of MOP students, we moved all the corals, invertebrates, and fish into the new tank and cleaned up the old one.
Now that we've upgraded to our larger tank, we've added in a few more organisms for our cleanup crew. You can see one of them here front and center. This is a small collector urchin. These can get big. They'll get up to like softball size, but we were able to find a couple of little tiny guys that are more conducive to a tank this size. And these guys are excellent grazers, so they'll help keep our algae under control. We have two of those. And we have another type of urchin here. You can just barely see them on our stand. This is a oblong urchin. It's a type of rock boring urchin. And these are really common in tide pools and shallow water. I'm just gonna set him back down here. He'll make his way back up. Here's a fun one. So this is a hermit crab in a shell that's probably way too large for him. See if he'll come out. Yeah, he's hiding way back in there. But they just go around and pick up debris from the bottom and eat it. And one really great thing about this shell is it's covered in crustose coralline algae. That's this purple stuff you see all over here. And we would like this to cover a lot of this tank, particularly the rocks, because it prevents harmful algae and other slimy and fuzzy things from growing. So we've inoculated this tank with some CCA, crustose coralline algae, by placing in a few pieces of live rock, such as this one and the two back here, that have the CCA on them already. We've also put in some clean rocks that will eventually get covered in, either CCA or algae or whatever. We've also got a variety of snails. So this one here is called pipipi, or black nearite. There's a lot of these guys. We have to be careful with them though. They are an intertidal species that spends a lot of their time above the water. And so sometimes we come in and find them actually crawling out of the tank. So we just have to put them back in. This is called a turbo snail. And we really like these guys because they don't crawl out of the tank and they graze a lot of algae. This one is really clean, beautiful colors on the shell. Eventually the shells get covered with CCA or algae or whatever, and they get a little bit less vibrant, but this is a nice one. This is a 10-lined urchin. The 10-lined urchins have these cool white stripes down the side of their chest or their skeleton, and it's an urchin that has short, dull spines. They don't get very big, maybe the size of a golf ball, so this one still has a little room to grow. And again, these are just herbivores that help keep our algae under control. All tank systems are going to have some algae growing, but the more critters you have to keep it under control, the healthier the system can be. Right now I'm sprinkling some frozen fish food. I just have a frozen cube of mysids, shrimp, and some other random organisms. Hopefully our fish will come out. I see one coming out from this tube. So these are raccoon butterfly fish. And the reason we have them is because we have a pest in the tank called Aptasia, or glass anemone. And the Aptasia, without being controlled, will overtake the entire tank, grow on every surface, and actually sting and kill the corals. And so we had been dealing with an Aptasia problem for about a year and a half. That got so out of hand that several of our corals actually did die. Because of the permitting requirements, we had to wait a very long time before we could get our fish. Once we did, they took care of the Aptasia problem in less than 2 weeks. They ate almost all of them.
If you would like to learn more about the Coral Nursery, please visit the MOP website and check out a previous video we made. All links will be in the description of this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for upcoming Coral Nursery videos.